The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious that that'll help them win.
Caught left side by Cobb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 72 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. What? 90.
To throw again. Stevens. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now a look at the Chargers starting 11 on defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think...
And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Here we go now.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it. Well,
the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
He's going to float this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
Back to the air on second down. Stevens buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
From the gun, Stevens. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Weber got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Let's go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
1 quarter down here on a frigid December night. 0-0 our score, and we'll return to Foxborough after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Back to throw. Stevens. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Now let's go.
Off play action. Weber in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out. Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Weber, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
Let's go. 38.
Looking to throw on second down. Stevens throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Sean Lee coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for New England. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Weber. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The guilty party chants Warmack, the guard out of Alabama.
Come on, let's go.
Back to throw. Stevens. And a big loss as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw. Stevens. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 1st down, Weber. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Throwing on 1st down. Stevens. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And now out on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw on second down. Weber caught right side. It's Lewis. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Weber. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Weber. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Jaron Brown, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And Godot's kick is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, 2 weeks to go in the NFL season. A lot of races coming down to the wire.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st down, Weber. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Off play action. Weber. Coleman has it here right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go now.
Throwing on 1st down. Weber. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Weber. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Let's go. What? 9.
Off the play fake. Stevens. They'll roll him out right. And some room to maneuver. And now running right through it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Here we go. Brand 38.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Let's go. What? 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stevens. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did. So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Weber throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
False start, offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Here we go now. 3.
To throw on second down, Weber. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. It's been a very hotly contested game. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 190.
Off play action. Stevens. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field.
Randall Cobb on a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Randall Cobb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he comes back with one complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Here we go.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Stevens. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
White, 9.
Off play action. Stevens. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
39.
On first down, Weber. He's got Lewis. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
3-19.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Weber. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Well, he had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. White, 9.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Let's go. White, 9.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Back to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now the spike comes with 28 seconds left on the clock. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down. Looking to throw on second down. Weaver. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Looking to throw. Weaver. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful